Hello, I'm Johnny Rowland, your host of The Shooting Show. Welcome to today's program, friends. We have a great show for you. One of the things we're going to do is we're going to continue. We ran out of time on last week's show before we could do a demonstration of some of the differences between a 20-gauge shotgun and a 12-gauge shotgun. We have a demonstration there that I think you're going to find interesting and entertaining. Well, friends, the first time this program airs, of course, will be on November 5th, I suppose. That's a Sunday evening. I guess that's what the date is. I don't have a calendar in front of me. I know we vote on November 7th. And honestly, I see this election as the most crucial election, certainly in my lifetime. I'm 51 years old. Because we're going to find out just how many people we have left in our country that are concerned not only about our gun rights, about our Constitution. In other words, how successful have the brainwashers been at trying to make enough Americans dependent on the government so they won't vote against the government? If they can get enough people dependent, if they can scare the minorities, if they can scare the older folks, if they can scare the people on assistance enough, if they can get enough of them, their numbers will overpower us, the producing class. And that, in fact, when the liberal socialists reach the number that will overpower the producers in our nation, the regular families, regular American citizens who work, who try and run their lives, they take care of their families, they take care of their business, then it will be over for our country. And I don't know how it's going to come out. I don't know. Even if we can get someone other than Gore and the Goreites, refugees from the Clintonistas, if we can get them out, if we can keep Gore out of the White House, we're still going to have the fight of our very lives for our guns and for our Constitution. Remember, the liberal socialists, Dianne Feinstein, Chucky Schumer, these other clowns are still, Maxine Waters, these other people are still in office. They're still in positions of influence. We're going to have to, if anything, what the best we can hope for in this election, the best we can hope for, is to buy us as gun owners some time so we can reach other Americans with our message. Time to get our gun-friendly network up and running. Time to spread the news, spread the virtues of gun ownership to as many Americans as possible. That's the very best we can hope for. Because, friends, the juggernaut to strangle our freedom, to put us into a subservient statehood of the evil United Nations, that's ongoing. This is not going away. It absolutely is not. I'm so afraid that if we continue on the path we've been on with the liberal socialists, the actual communists in charge, if they continue that line, I think this is it for our country. I hope we can get something different on this Tuesday's election. You know, friends, this, again, I cannot overstate the importance of going and casting your vote. I cannot. So many of our gun owners have said, well, they just have quit trying. They've just been beaten down. Well, the rest of us are not beaten down. We need everyone who can to go down and vote and try and unhorse this liberal socialist regime in Washington. A lot of you, or some of you, and I've said it myself, I despise voting for the lesser of what we perceive as two evils. However, one of these is a lot more evil than the other. Al Gore literally will disarm, he will take every handgun away from us here in the United States. He will register them all. We'll have to have licenses, fingerprinting before the confiscation. Al Gore wants to take away the gasoline engine. The man is a nut. He is a nut. We've got to defeat these people who are taking our country away from us. That's what it's all about, friends. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. We are very, very hopeful. You know, we do have a great show for you. This is the choked folding stock here on this 590 Mossberg, and it is, in fact, a great option. This company is helping to keep us on the air. And please, when you see their commercial, please, when you see our numbers come up by the folks that support us, please write those numbers down, because they're helping to keep us on the air. They have great products for us as shooters and free Americans. So we encourage you to give them a call, get a catalog, whatever. They're certainly helping to keep us there here on the air. Friends, it is very difficult staying on television. It is as crucial now for us to be on and for us to reach more people as it has ever been. If you would like to help the shooting show stay on the air, you can help in the comfort of your own home. You can sit down and write a check to the shooting show. Donate whatever you can to help us stay on the air. We need your assistance, because friends, our 1 hour a week, our 1 hour for our programs here on TV is not enough. It's not enough to reach the numbers that we have got to reach if we intend to not only keep the freedom we have, but to get some of it back. You know our mailing address, The Shooting Show, 327 Irvin Rowland Road in Beverly, Louisiana. The zip code is 71024. You know, friends, I'm always armed out here in the country. I am security for myself and for the family. And you never know when you may need a firearm. In fact, even as we're speaking, let's see, we've got something incoming low on the horizon. Let's see, right there. Lead, let's see. Okay, I think that we'll go check the result, but you never know when you're going to need your firearm. And you know what? If you need a gun, you normally need it real bad right then. Let's check on that target. You see, friends, you never know when a witch or a goblin is going to have to be dealt with. I guarantee you, that's a good loss to society right there. And I tell you, probably on the way back to Washington after Halloween, probably. Good riddance.
Stay tuned for more of The Shootin' Show after these important messages.
The Shootin' Show will be right back after this break for your local cable company or TV station.
Friends, this is the new Georgia Arms 20th anniversary catalog. Of course, has a memorial there to our good friend Jim Clark there on the cover. This is a terrific catalog from the finest ammunition maker in the United States. They have all kinds of great prices on all sorts of ammunition: 243 Winchester, 270s, 7.62 by 39 Russian, all kinds of great stuff. They've even got 308 tracers, 30-06 tracers, all kinds of neat stuff here in this great new Georgia Arms catalog. They have components if you want to load your own ammo, and look here, we've got the Shooting Show and our new 460 Rowland kit on sale as well. Georgia Arms has the best prices for custom grade ammunition that I'm aware of in the United States. And guess what else? They're helping to support our Shooting Show. Friends, give them a call today. Free phone call, free catalog. 1-800-624-6861, 1-800-624-6861, Georgia Arms, and please remember to tell them that you heard it and saw it here on our program. Now, friends, this is a garden variety 30-30 lever action rifle. You know, 30-30 is no joke. A lot of deer are killed every year with 30-30 rifles. It is, in fact, a potent really potent gun, a potent shell. Again, a lot of people use these in hunting deer. Before it's over with, this will probably be termed as some sort of assault gun, maybe an assault hunting gun, because it holds several in the magazine here. It's rapid fire. But you know, friends, a lot of rifle bullets will actually defeat body armor. And of course, remember the cop killer bullet deal. KTW was a company that made armor-piercing ammunition, and back in the 80s, I believe, 70s and 80s, and it was only for sale to police. That's the only people that could buy it was police officers. Well, some of the liberal socialists in Congress, the anti-gun congressmen, thought that would be the nicest thing to use as an anti-gun phrase, cop killer bullet. You know that not one policeman's ever been killed with armor-piercing ammunition, not one. As far as I know, KTW's out of business. The government has some contractors that make armor-piercing ammo for them, but of course none was ever sold to the public anyway. But remember that a lot of rifle bullets will defeat body armor anyway. Well, they're going to call this, and you can see further assaults under the cop killer bullet syndrome. You can see that. But here's something I bet you never thought about. See this right here? This is a regular old compound bow that you can get at about anywhere actually now, compound bows. And here is a regular broadhead arrow. Well, I think you're going to see something here that's going to surprise you. Let's do that now. Friends, we've got our 30-30 rifle here, a potent firearm. We have some bottles here full of sand. Let's see what happens checking for penetration here on the bottles of sand. Let's see what happens when we shoot them. All right, what we have did not penetrate one bottle. Second bottle is safe. All right, keep that in mind. Now then, we're going to take a compound bow, and let's check our experiment here with the bow on the same target. 30-30 didn't do too much. Didn't go through even one. See what our regular old run-of-the-mill compound bow does. Let's see. Now friends, it went all the way through the 4 bottles there, and in fact it's sticking out right here. So we have fantastic penetration with a regular old arrow. See there? Sticking out right there. So I guess now in the past, bow hunters have not really been very concerned about our quest to keep our guns. Look at the amount of penetration. I tell you what, that broadhead, I'll bet you, will zip right through body armor. So what we have now is cop killer arrows. Of course, just goes to show what can be done, and what just common things out there that can be so potent, shall we say. You know, friends, at various shows I've tried to talk to people in the archery business about working with us for our firearms rights, and I never had much luck. The archery folks, they figure that heck, their bows and arrows, those that are not gun hunters, that are just strictly into this, that they're safe from the federales, from those, from the UN people that want to take away anything like this. Well, here's the deal. Now we have what may be termed as a cop killer arrow, because I promise you this broadhead will probably zip right through Kevlar. So maybe some of those folks that were so secure in their bows, look friends, they're registering sharp objects now in England. Sharp objects are being registered. I think this is something just a little further down the pike, is the registration of bows and arrows. If we don't stop them now, they've got to be stopped now. It's the only way we're going to have anything left we can defend ourselves with.
Stay tuned for more of The Shootin' Show after these important messages.
I suspect that most of you have heard of some city announcing a gun buyback scheme to get guns off the streets. Well, of course, I agree that we do not want guns on the streets. We want them in the pockets and purses of the decent people of our country who otherwise, without the ability to defend themselves, are more likely to be victims of crime. And before I go any farther, let us be clear about the word game involved in the term buyback. How can a unit of government buy back something it has never owned? If we are not careful, these politicians will go from buying guns back to just taking them back. After all, we are saying that guns ultimately belong to the government if we accept the implication of gun buybacks. This was one of the talking points I discussed with Memphis Councilman Brent Taylor when he called to discuss the gun buy-up program his fellow councilman had voted to kick off on Mother's Day. Similar to other gun grabbers, the Memphis City Council, save the one, Brent Taylor, wants to get guns off the streets. They assume that this will make crime go down, since any gun out of circulation has to result in less crime, right? Well, the problem with the Memphis Council's collective logic is that the guns they would like to see out of circulation are never going to get surrendered. The criminals will hang on to their pieces no matter what the law is. Really. In order to encourage citizens to be carrying guns on the street, Gun Owners of America launched a pilot project in Memphis. The Safe Streets and Cities Fund is being tested there to see how many people will take the training required to get a concealed carry permit in Tennessee. Major establishments that provide the training are getting the word out that a rebate of up to $50 is available for those taking the training course. Let's hope that in the months ahead, the balance of power will shift away from the criminals and toward their potential victims. Maybe someday a municipality will see the need for an armed citizenry. Then, rather than trying to scam the people's guns out of their hands, they will erect a sign such as the one in my dreams: "Welcome to Memphis. Thank you for packing." And from Washington, this is Larry Pratt for Gun Owners of America.
For more information on Gun Owners of America, you can go to their website, gunowners.org, or you can give them a call at area 888, free call, 888-886-GUNS, 888-886-4867. Remember to tell them that you saw it on our show. A lot of folks don't understand just the difference in a 20 and a 12. What we have here is we've got a 20 gauge round. It's 1 ounce of shot. And let's do an experiment here quickly. We're going to shoot a paper target out here at 10 yards with the 7/8, 1 ounce load here. And let's see how it looks. Get my hearing protection in a little better. Here we go. Okay. Let's shoot the target. Excuse me. Getting over a chest cold. Let's shoot the target next to it with a 12 gauge, then we'll compare our targets. Okay. So friends, this is the pattern of the 20 gauge. Disregard this. This is the wad, which encapsulates or is behind the shot charge. This is about 8 or so inches across. This is for a 1 ounce charge of 7.5 size shot. Now then, let's move over and look at our 12 gauge. Okay, a huge difference here. Again, this is where the wad went through. We'll disregard this. Look how much bigger this is, about 14 inches or so, and both of these using modified chokes but realize the same amount of shot, the same amount, same weight, 7.5 size, 1 ounce on both targets. Look how much bigger the 12 gauge pattern is at 10 yards. Now we're about to show you why, using the same weight charge and the same size shot, why the 20 gauge was a smaller pattern. Let me show you. It has to do with the shot string. What we have is we have the same amount of shot here demonstrated, and since the 20 is a smaller bore, the shot string, these would represent the shot. It's a longer shot string and lesser diameter. The 12 gauge being a bigger hole, a bigger cylinder, the same amount of shot, we have a shorter shot string, and it also is bigger in diameter. This is why it's easier to hit game animals, it's easier to hit clay targets and all with a 12 gauge because your shot string is not as long as these smaller board guns. These are even moving the same velocity, but the 20 gauge does not spread out as effectively as a 12 gauge does. Shorter shot string for the 12 gauge. Now friends, there's another consideration here that is most important. A lot of you are familiar with what happened in California recently, whereas the crazy man with a pitchfork broke in this home and stabbed a couple of little children, killed at least one of them. I don't know about others, but horrible wounds. And you know what? The 13-year-old girl who had shot a gun before, as I understand it, the guns were locked in a safe, like the government has told people we need to have all our guns locked up. She could not get to the gun to defend herself or her family. And you know what? If that young lady had been taught, and I believe she had been taught proper gun handling, she could have taken one of these single-shot shotguns, just like this little New England gun, or just like this, my old Winchester here. And let me tell you, one shot of 20 gauge birdshot is an excellent, maybe the best in-home defense round for a shotgun, because it won't go through multiple walls. And let me tell you what, up close and personal, it has stopping power that has to be seen to be believed. And this 20 gauge is a very, very serious cartridge, or very, very serious shell. For those that are bothered by 12 gauge, a lot of women really like the 20 gauge. Heck, a lot of men do. Some men find it more challenging to use the 20, even 28 gauges out on the skeet courses and all, because you got to be a little better shot. But up close and personal, these things have a huge amount of stopping power. But because it was locked up, because the government does not trust children with guns, a couple of young kids were literally stabbed with a pitchfork. One of them at least died. And that should not have happened, friends. It should not have happened. Anyway, we really want to encourage the younger people, under proper supervision, of course, to learn about gun handling, about the joys of shooting, all the fun it is. And let me tell you what, with a slug, the 20 gauges are very, very potent guns indeed. We have a volunteer water bottle out here, and just happen to have one of these slugs handy. And you know, that international color is just so such a nice target color. Let's take a look how it does. Tell you what, they are potent. And we, of course, can teach proper gun handling. So this is one little gun that definitely gets a favorable nod from us here on the show. This little New England Firearms youth model is called the Pardoner.
Stay tuned for more of the Shootin' Show after these important messages.
For folding stocks, for pistol grips, for regular stocks, for replacement stocks, for magazine extension tubes for your shotgun, for magazine replacement springs for your shotgun. How about the executive eye scraper, the executive letter opener, all from Choate Machine & Tool when you call for a free catalog. You can get the executive letter opener, a multi-purpose tool, or the executive eye scraper, a multi-purpose tool, for only your choice, only $2 when you call for a free choke catalog. You can get both of them for $4, a $10 value. Friends, if you're a shooter or a gun owner, you need one of the Choke Machine and Tool Company catalogs. Call them today, 1-800-972-6390. In Ball Knob, Arkansas, they're helping to support our project. You need one of their catalogs. Again, 1-800-972-6390. And please remember to tell them that you saw it here on our show. You know, the 44 Magnum is a great cartridge, but it has a lot of noise and a lot of recoil. Wouldn't it be nice to have the same power level in the slim and compact and lightweight 1911 style gun? Same power level, not nearly as much or recoil. You can have it with our pistol kit. Here's the 45 Auto on a water bottle target. Now let's shoot the other target with the same gun fitted with our 460 Rowland pistol kit. Or how about the power of this lever action rifle in a lightweight, handy semi-automatic carbine? The 460 Rowland MechTech carbine conversion unit for the 1911 frame is only $345 plus shipping, and the 460 Rowland pistol kit for the 1911 pistol is only $275 plus shipping.
Friends, we want to remind you a broadcast copy of our shooting shows are archived at Jim's House of Videos, area 318-869-0439, or on the internet at jimshouseofvideos.com. And now for our support group, we have Custom Leatherwork in Saddlery in Denham Springs, Louisiana. We have Brooks Communication in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We have Dennis Crocker Firearms Training in South Carolina. Also remind you, Dennis has a good supply of 460 Rowland holsters in from Kramer. We also have Starline Brass. They make our 460 Rowland brass. They're in Sedalia, Missouri. And we have Gearling's Equipment Rental in Southern California. Friends, we're out of time on today's program. We'll see you on the next show.